This is a tutorial for a basic. Okay, I've completed the 12 double crochets, 2 in each stitch all the way around, and you want to go ahead and verify that you do have 12. That will give you a nice good base. So we're ready to close this circle off. So you want to go to the top of this stitch right here. This is where we did our chain right here, and you don't want to go into that, because if you do and you pull around you can feel it's loose. So we want to go right into the top right here and make sure you pick up both stitches. As you can see, there's 2 on the hook, and that is attached to that double crochet right there. So yarn over and do a slip stitch and pull through 2 and chain up 2. And then we're going to do a double crochet in that same stitch. And that chain again does count as your first double crochet. And you are going to do this in each round that we complete. So go ahead, and we are going to go ahead and do 2 double crochets in each stitch all the way around again, and go ahead and close this off and do your chain, and we will continue on with the next round. Okay, I have completed that round, and now we're going to go ahead and close this round off, and you're going to want to go into the top of the stitch right here that's attached to that double crochet, not the chain. So go ahead and go into the top of that and make sure you pick up both pieces of that stitch and just do a slip stitch right here, chain up 2, then you're going to do a double crochet into that same stitch, so that hole right there. And you are going to do that in each and every round that we do. So for this round, we are going to do 2 double crochets and then 1, and then 2 and 1, and so on and so forth all the way around. When you finish, go ahead and close off that round and chain up 2, and we will continue the next step. Okay, we're going to continue on with our third round, and as you notice, it might be starting to curve a little bit. That's okay. If it's curving too much, just give it a little bit of tug. It just depends on the type of yarn you're using, and then how tight you are, how loose your stitches are. So you just want to try to be consistent, and we're going to repeat the same thing in this one as well. We are going to do 2 and then 1, and then 2 and then 1. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and finish off this round and do your chain up for the next round, and we will go on to the next one. Okay, we're going to go on to the 4th round now. And we're going to do our double crochet in that same stitch that we just did our chain into. Okay, so this time we are going to do, so that would be an increase. Whenever you do 2 stitches in one space, that is considered an increase. So if you're trying to read your pattern, it says increase, then you know what that means. Now we are going to do an increase and then 5 double crochets and then an increase and 5 double crochets and an increase and 5 double crochets all the way around. Join, go ahead and chain up and do your double crochet, and we will continue on with the 5th round. Okay, we're going on to the 5th round, and as you can see that it is really starting to give a nice curvature, and we're going to do the same thing on the 5th round as we did on the 4th round of doing 5 double crochets in each stitch, 1 in each stitch, and then doing an increase. So go ahead and do that all the way around and attach it and chain up and do your first one in that next row, and we will continue from there. Okay, I've completed that round, and a good way to know if it is wide enough for your particular head, if you lay it on the top of your head and you put your hands on the sides, and if it touches your fingertips, it's going to be wide enough. So that's a really good indicator. And if you're making it for a child, like I have a 7-year-old who's turning 8, and actually we wear the same size hats, which is kind of weird. But so if it's wide enough for you, then we will continue on to go ahead and bring the sides down. Now it's going to curve out a little bit more and bring the sides down. If not, go ahead and do another increasing row where you do 5 increase, 5 increase. until when you put it on the top of your head and you bring your fingers to the side, it touches your fingers. So go ahead and do that, and we will continue on with the next round. Okay, so this is the beginning of the 6th round, and we're going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around the whole thing. As you can see, it's really forming that nice little peak. And I usually go about a total of 13 rows from the beginning, 13 rows. And so, you know, what about 10 or so, 12, try it on. See what you think, if that's going to fit you or for your needs. And if you need to go longer or shorter, you can adjust it from there. So we'll go ahead and complete these rounds, and then I will show you how to tie it off in our end product. Okay, so I've gone ahead and finished and did my slip knot here, and then just pulled, just cut off the tail and pulled that through. And I've gone ahead and threaded my needle and just went underneath the knot right here, brought it back up, and just pulled that through. Now you want to take and you want to hide this tail into the hat. So just go back in through. I like just to pick up the back loops and just do kind of a whip stitch, if you will, just picking up those back loops. So that's not going to show on the front of your hat. And then just pull that through, cut that off, and your hat is completed. I will now show you some hats that have been completed using these same stitches and different projects I've made with them. So there's a finished project for the hat that we just made. And here's another hat doing the same procedure, and I have just added a ruffled flower to that, and there is a tutorial on how to do that just to jazz it up a little bit, but you can see how just by changing the color it really changes the whole effect that you get with the hat. I'm going to show you a couple more examples, and then you'll be off to create and make your own beanie caps. Okay, here's some more hats I've done, and I just did the basic beanie and then just added to it. So there's the Grinch. I love this hat. It was so much fun to make. So much fun just to be silly with it. Here's a little hat with a pom-pom, and then here's another hat. I'm going to put some flowers on it so it looks like Rapunzel or something with the hair. When my daughter was pregnant, we didn't know if she was having a boy or a girl, and she had a boy, so I just made up a whole bunch of hats, and was just going to take whatever the good Lord decided to give me for a grandbaby. He decided to give me a grandson. So here are some more fun designs. This one's just a basic hat with buttons, and this one I add little pigtails on the top so they come out. This one is a little birdie. This one's so cute. I hope you can see it against that background. But this one's really cute, with a little carrotish type of a nose, beak there, and little tassels coming out for the hair. This one is an owl beanie, and this one has the ear flaps and the braided tassels on the side. But lots of fun. They all are basically the same procedure, just got to keep following it. Here's another one I've made that has it's varied in colors. You can see that this is orange inside and just pink on the outside of that one. And then my last one, I had a lot of fun making this. This is, if I can get it to stand up for me, a cat in the hat. And it's been crumpled up in the box for a while, but that's a cat in a hat. And it's basically the same procedure with this. You just keep doing your increasing rows, and then when you have it to the size you want, then you do the regular double crochet down the sides, and then down here you do increasing again to get out, and when you have it the size you want, you stop. So all of these can be accomplished, you know, with just knowing the basic steps and stitches. So if there's anything here you saw that you would like a tutorial on, please email me right here on YouTube, and be sure to subscribe and go ahead and give us a thumbs up, and check us out as we are adding new videos all the time. So have fun creating and come back and visit us.